whenever you come across this tarot reading, you were never meant to follow the crowd. However, this reading got a little bit interesting. Now, you might be single. This reading is showing that this is for someone who is not in a relationship at this time. Now, we do have spying, social network information and ways. I will say the twin flame card is here. So there could be a soulmate or twin flame that might be watching you in some way, shape, or form. However, this reading is more about not following the crowd. And so the twin flame aspect of this reading doesn't have to resonate with you per se. Now, we do have door to value. And that's the first card that came out. Okay, you're not meant to follow the crowd, but there's a door that you're stepping into that leads to value, to wealth, success, and riches. Now, we do have party, having fun, clubbing, risky, fun with friends, shocking, unexpected, and then return, making amends, opportunity, a second chance. So there could be someone coming in your way, someone who's observing you. This could also be someone who's observing that you don't follow the crowd. And it is 111 as I look at the clock, so the number 111 can resonate with you. Yeah, someone's like observing of, it seems like the collective, there's history, past. Seems like the collective is doing well, not following the crowd. So it feels as if this reading is also revealing that someone, it can be your twin flame, is like observing that you do better, not following the crowd. All right, so let's see what this is about. Why do we have the card here? Past. Looking back the past. For the collective was never meant to follow the crowd. Why do we have the card? Past. Looking back, for the collective was never meant to follow the crowd. It feels like there's someone observing you. Interesting. I was going to say it might be someone that you could have dated. We do have dating multiple people. Okay, so could have definitely been someone that you dated in the past. There's someone, though, that's observing this about you, where, yes, this may be a truth for you. You thrive not following the crowd. However, there's also someone that knows you from the past that is seeing your success in some way, shape, or form. And someone is realizing that you're getting your justice. We do have the Justice card and Ascending. There is someone that you've dated in the past that sees a difference in you. And I will say it feels like it's in a good way. Someone is just realizing of like, oh wow, the collective really did thrive, really did do better or succeed doing what it is that they said they were going to do, which is you know, or by doing something really different. Now, for the collective here on, you were never meant to follow the crowd. Why do we have twin flames, party, having fun, unexpected, second chance? You know, someone's realizing that you've really changed here. Or, wow, this might be someone that you dated in the past. Someone's realizing you're a whole new person. But I will say, they're recognizing some sort of wealth and abundance on you too. We do have fruition, abundance, reaping what it is that you sow. But someone here is like, oh, wow, like the collective really did make it. They walked through that door. They did it. Someone's recognizing that you changed your life in some way, shape, or form. You're not who you were when you dated this person. This person is kind of recognizing through observing you in some way, shape, or form. Like they could have came across your social media, you know, say a dating profile, whatever this may be, seeing you at the grocery store, you know, and you are a higher version of yourself. And someone that you dated in the past is seeing that in you. So they're seeing you as a higher version of yourself. For the collective, why do we have single and spying? Why do we have single and spying? For you were never meant to follow the crowd. Why single and spying? For you were never meant to follow the crowd. Wow, you know, someone is, this is someone you dated in the past. I will say they're proud of you, actually. That's what this reading is showing so far. there's someone who is like secretly proud of you. You know the song "I'm So Proud of You" and by Drake and Nicki Minaj is just what I'm hearing. What does Drake say in the song? Like you went to Yale, but you probably went to Howard. Now you say you want to have no's. Say you want to protest. Say you want to fight for your rights. Where someone's realizing that, like, you really may be single watching me. It says independent freedom from. So someone, yeah, you definitely might be single watching me. But there's a big message here of you've changed your life for the better. And it was not following the crowd. So someone feels as if, wow, like they really did what they say that you were going to do, collective. You did it. You also changed yourself is what this person is recognizing. But you're also showing up as very pure. We have ma'at here. Ma'at is like celibacy. It's purity. So there's all this energy. You're showing up as humble, selfless, conscious, fairness, balance, pure. With the ma'at energy over here, the keeper of the scales. Why do we have door to value? 4, you were never meant to follow the crowd. It's so interesting. Someone is realizing, whoa, like everything that they said they were going to do, they really did it. You know, like I'm hearing the song, again, Make Me Proud, Drake and Nicki Minaj. I'm also hearing Congratulations by Post Malone. All right, where with door to value, the resting tree, patience and stillness. There's someone you dated. Look at that. Divine guidance, higher knowing. There's someone from your past that's like, whoa, they made it. Okay, so let's see what this is for you. The reading is, you were never meant to follow the crowd, but it almost feels as if there's someone watching you, observing you, heavy on you may have dated this person in the past. And they're like, whoa, you know, the collective really was not meant to follow the crowd. What do we have for the collective here for you were never meant to follow the crowd? Why door to value, single and spying for you were never meant to follow the crowd? Why do we have door to value, single and spying? Why the King of Swords and the 6 of Wands for door to value? Why King of Wands? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So you could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It could also be this person. Why do we have the King of Swords for you were never meant to follow the crowd, door to value, single, spying? Why the King of Swords and the Magician card for you were never meant to follow the crowd, door to value, single? Why Queen of Coins here? And why Judgment? Wow. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have some Leo energy. We have Scorpio. We have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, even Gemini. So a little bit of everything. Why the King of Swords here? For you were never meant to follow the crowd. All right. So someone's observing someone do everything it is that they said they were going to do. All roles could be reversed. I do see for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here, the Sun card. Like Judgment is the Sun card. Joy, hope, and faith, trust, victory. We have the King of Swords, 4 of Cups, and then the Hermit card over here. Why King of Swords, the 4 of Cups, and the Hermit card? I will say this is a reading of someone who's happy that you're doing well. Why the 4 of Cups, the Hermit card, and the King of Swords? We do have Queen of Cups reverse here, 9 of Coins. Why Queen of Cups reverse and the 9 of Coins? This reading is going to be very specific. There is someone here that is happy that you're doing well. They're doing well too. The key thing is here, this person in the past. Now, this reading was only about, you were never meant to follow the crowd. What I'm though seeing is there's an ex of yours here. Someone that you dated, and it could have been just a date, okay? Interest. This does though seem like it's definitely someone you've dated in some way, shape, or form, even if it was just like a coffee date. Someone judged you perhaps a little bit too quickly. And maybe not even too quickly, but they met you in a different part of your soul evolution. And that's really what this reading is saying, where there's someone that is just really happy with the person it is that you've become. 1010 as I look at the clock. So you could definitely be seeing the number 111. Someone felt as if, perhaps when you dated them, there were different like concerns that this person had. You both left one another or departed from one another, separated, trying to go to your highest paths. There's someone here though that, not that they missed out on an opportunity. I kind of want to say that they did. This person feels a little bit like they did. And I say a little bit because rightfully so, you were actually a different person when you knew this person, which could be your twin flame. It could also just be someone that you may have dated. This person felt as if you maybe had some like healing to do. We have the Four of Cups with the Hermit card here. So this person felt like, okay, we're separating, we're going different ways. The collective may reflect. Like that's what this person really thought, walking away from you. However, you do have justice here. So the Ma'at energy is still here. Justice, where things were always meant to come to balance. And I will say you surpassed their expectations. You know, you had the 9 of coins. You created a 10 of coins for yourself, a legacy. But in the midst of this, where in a way they doubted you in a way. This person felt like they had to step away from you in the past. They felt like you had some work to do on yourself. But I will say this is someone that, you know, they would see you on social media, they would come across you, and this is actually someone whose tongue would be tied. There's nothing that they have to say. They're proud of you. Like you really, you did everything here. So let's see. For the collective, why do we have the Six of Wands here? For the collective on, you were never meant to follow the crowd. Why do we have the Six of Wands? For you were never meant to follow the crowd, door to value. Why the Three of Coins? For you were never meant to follow the crowd, door to value. Someone's recognizing that, you know, you were designed differently. Now, and then Wheel of Fortune. So someone does realize like, whoa, the collective like has timeline jumped. You really did open up that door to value. And you did it without them. So this is someone who, again, they're proud of you because it's almost like, not that you even had to prove, but you kind of proved to yourself, to them, to the universe, that you can succeed in your own way. This person really did feel like you had work to do on yourself, but I will say, like, you're also someone who, like, you can consider yourself anointed. When you had work to do on yourself, and not that you don't have any work to do anymore, you know, but you've done significant amount of work on yourself, self-improvement. But you were already in the 9 of Coins during that time. You then timeline jumped to the 10 of Coins, where, again, like, you surpassed someone's expectations. And there is someone here, I will say for the most part, someone that you may have dated, and this person, they're looking at you like, wow, like, the collective really did that. Wow, you know, like the collective really timeline jumped. That's a higher version. Like, I will say for some of you, your ex may look at you in this timeline of like, damn, I want another go around. Like, that's what this reading is saying here, where, yeah, they may or may not say reach out to you, but I will say they're still attracted to this version of you, or more attracted, 144 as I say that, to this version of you, because you are a higher version of the person that they once knew. Why the Six of Coins and the Three of Coins for the outcome? For this reading of you were never meant to follow the crowd, door to value, single. Why Three of Coins and the Six of Coins? Yeah, you know, this is someone who's recognizing of like, well, me walking away from the collective didn't do anything. You know, like, you collective will win and are going to win whether they're in the picture or not. And this is also what this person is realizing. Of like, you know, my ex, the collective, like they really are who they say they are. They did that. You know, that's how this person feels about you. Now, I will say the door to value has opened up for you. Money, wealth, prosperity is coming in. You got investments, you got partnerships coming in, collaborations, you got deals, you got all of those different things showing up here. So there's just someone seeing you winning. There's someone who's seeing that you are wealthier than you were when you met this person or when you were dating them. And I will say this person's just very proud of you. And as far as you were never meant to follow the crowd, two things in this reading. This person's realizing, whoa, like everything the collective was saying when they were with me, it really did come true. They really did that. And then two, not that they were wrong about certain things that they said, but that there's something in this reading of recognizing your path is different. You know, because I'm seeing that when you dated this person or were with them, they felt as if you had work to do on yourself. But the key thing is you were in a Nine of Coins at that time. This person re-meets you, now you're at a 10 of Coins and you did the work. You know, so this person's also just realizing of like, nothing shall form or prosper against, like the collective, that person. And again, this, for most of you, this is like someone that you once dated, even casually, or an ex. Yeah, someone was recognizing from the past that, everything really does work out for you as long as you put your mind to it, even if it's a little bit different from what they expect or liked. And in general, this person seems actually attracted to you, not that they're coming back. Now, how does this person feel about the collective? How does this twin flame feel about the collective? Why the Tower card? How does this twin flame feel about the collective? Keyword attracted, Knight of Wands. Why the Tower card and the Knight of Wands for how this twin flame feels about the collective? Yeah, they're attracted to you. Like the Tower card, Knight of Wands. Now, Four of Swords is also a card of healing. And I will say your ex likes the healed version of you. You know what I mean? They liked you before too, but this person actually is really attracted to a higher, more healed version of you. We have the Tower card, the Knight of Wands, the Four of Wands. So this person feels as if like, whoa, surprise. This person's surprised. They're proud of you. Maybe it's brought up some feelings for them too. Whether or not they'll come back, is going to be different for everyone. It's a general timeless reading. But I will say this person's very proud of you. And for some of you, they may try to come back. Now, what's the advice for the collective on you were never meant to follow the crowd? But it feels like this person may have broken your heart in the past. Like it didn't, maybe it didn't, not that it didn't end well. It feels like, maybe, any breakup, it's not necessarily well, but it does feel like this was a heartbreak for you in the past, a betrayal. With the Two of Cups here. What's the advice for the collective for door to value? Why 10 of Swords, the Emperor, and the Two of Cups for the collective was never meant to follow the crowd? Yeah, again, there's this energy. Look at that 10 of Cups. Like this person, I will say, they do love you. They're proud of you. And they're actually kind of maybe attracted to like the higher version of you. But and again, with the Ma'at energy, that's the scales. Like we got the scales all over this, where it's like the balance of all sides, balance in general. I will say, not in their defense, you both were different people in the past. So you were a different person, respectfully, right? Didn't work out. And an ex of yours really loves who you have become. You know, every story, every reading is different, and so someone could say, like, you should have known what you had. Also, love comes, in cycles. You're always working on yourself, even when with another. But I will say, with the Knight of Swords, this only led, though, to your advancement. Three of Wands over here. Like, you were able to scale and to expand from this breakup, from this heartbreak, and able to heal through it too. And ultimately it really did, Knight of Swords, it shaped a higher, for some of you, maybe better version of yourself. All right, so that's what I have for you. I hope that it resonates in a positive way. Now, what do we have for the collective on you were never meant to follow the crowd? What do we have for the collective on you were never... I love this. Mary Magdalene. Now, we think of Mary Magdalene, right? That's like Christ consciousness, or the feminine Christ consciousness, right? Now, all roles could be reversed. Remember that masculine and feminine is also within, non-gender specific. But I think of Mary Magdalene, when it came to how she was treated and, bringing shadow to light. Where when Yeshua met Mary Magdalene, people were like, she's this, she's that. So Mary Magdalene can just resonate with you too. I do also feel like it represents like your purification process. We have Mary Magdalene, the teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call and look at that. Don't let anything stop you. And that's what's coming through here, where you didn't let anything stop you. And there is someone who's kind of recognizing of like, whoa, if the collective just puts their mind to it, they can't be stopped. Now, what do we have for advice for the collective on you were never meant to follow the crowd? What do we have for the collective on you were never meant to follow the crowd? What do we have for the collective for advice on you were never meant to follow the crowd? Now, we do have Soul Family, Hathor, Persephone, new beginnings on the bottom of the deck. So you do have new beginnings. Now with Soul Family here, again, like we have twin flames. It can just be people in general, especially with relationships. We have the eyes of beauty, positive expectations and clarity. So someone seeing you through the eyes of beauty. It does also feel like Spirit's telling you here to have positive expectations too for perhaps this relationship, if they do come back around, or of what even they think of you, but also for your own future. All right, that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.